Hey everybody, welcome back around to the Blogging Grill. I'm your host Doug with your video blog for April 30th, 2013. We got a lot of good stuff for you on the show. We'll have some NBA playoff action. I'll look at the games last night, look at some action for tonight, give you some news about a Yankee third baseman, and also let you know about what's going on the rest of the week in the blog. But first off, I want to start with the big news yesterday out of Jets camp. Tim Tebow, quarterback, released yesterday from the roster. He is now a free agent. And there's been a lot of questions that have been asked, and I'm going to start clearing some of those up. Is this good or bad for the Jets? I think it's good for the Jets. He was not a good fit for the Jets. The Jets didn't really want to use him. I think they pretty much brought him in to get people into the seats, and that did work somewhat for a while, but once they knew he wasn't going to play, fans really stopped coming to the stadium. Is it good or bad for him? I'm going to have to say it's probably good for him just because there's got to be a better opportunity out there for him. I think he will have success in the National Football League, and I think he could. I don't know if he will. I think he could still have some success at the quarterback position in the National Football League. I mean, the Jets quarterback situation's all in tatters. Mark Sanchez probably isn't going to play much. Geno Smith was drafted. He'll likely be the starter on opening day, if I had to guess at this point. And even today, Mike Francesa interviewed John Izek, and he essentially said that Mark Sanchez will be released by the June 1st deadline. So people ask, what is next for Tim Tebow? What's next for him? I was watching Center Stage, the Michael K. interview show on Yes with Kurt Warner, and I think Tim Tebow should definitely take a page out of Kurt Warner's book. Kurt Warner, a man of faith, similar to Tebow, and I think Kurt Warner really didn't ever really give up. He always kept digging, just like Tebow does. Tebow's always working out. But Tebow, I think at times, I'm going to have to say, I'll say it, I guess. I think Tebow ultimately needs to swallow his pride. He does have some pride for sure. He thinks he should be a quarterback in the NFL. But if he can't get a gig, if he wants to be a quarterback and he cannot get a gig at quarterback, we saw Kurt Warner go to the Arena League. Of course, Kurt Warner wasn't as decorated of a college athlete as Tebow is, but Kurt Warner went to the Arena League, then he got signed, went to Europe, played for a couple of years, came back, and went to 3 Super Bowls in the course of about 10 years. So I think Tim Tebow needs to take a page out of his book, go to the Arena League, go to the Canadian Football League. The UFL is coming back next year. Go to one of these leagues and just make something happen. Try and get on another team. Maybe you don't get on a team for 2 years, but still, you have a shot to play quarterback. If you want to play in the NFL now, you're probably not going to be playing quarterback. I think the Arizona Cardinals might be able to use a quarterback maybe sometime, but I don't know what's going to happen there either. So that should be interesting to see what happens with the whole Tim Tebow situation. Definitely a story that we'll keep our eyes on from now on. All right, NBA playoff action last night. The New Jersey Nets at the Barclays Center won Game 5, 110-91 over the Bulls. Brook Lopez had a huge game, 28 points, 10 rebounds. Darren Williams chipped in 23 points and 11 assists. The key quarter definitely was the fourth. Nets outscoring the Bulls 33-18 in the fourth quarter. Andre Blatch even kicked in 15 points. This series is at Bulls 3, Nets 2, Game 6. I think it's on Thursday night. You'll want to check out that game for sure. It's going to be a good one. Definitely some more good stuff going on with this series as the Nets look to push it to Game 7, which would be this weekend. Second game last night, Pacers and Hawks. This series is now even at 2 games apiece after the Hawks win at home, so the home teams have won their games. Josh Smith, 29 points, 11 rebounds, playing very well. Kyle Korver chipped in 19 off the bench, and they really played strong, controlled Paul George, Lance Stevenson, George Hill, and got the job done. So this series is tied up at 2, heading back to Indiana for their next game, which will be Game 5. And probably the most thrilling game of the night last night, Thunder and Rockets in Houston. Rockets winning the game 105-103. Kevin Durant had 38 points, but it was not enough as Chandler Parsons chipped in 27, 10, and 8 assists, almost a triple-double. He played very well. James Harden, though, 15 points, 10 turnovers, a career high for him. And it all came down to a play where Durant missed a jumper, and Serge Ibaka had the ball bounce straight to him and could not put it in as he came up short, fouling it off or shooting it off the bottom of the rim to end that game. So that series is at 3-1. Rockets pushed it. Now they're going to have to win a game in Oklahoma City. That should be interesting to see what they can do there. All right, so NBA action tonight. Just take a look real quick here. NBA action tonight. We have Golden State and Denver going at it. Golden State up 3-1 in the series. This game starts at 8 o'clock. It's in Denver tonight. I think Golden State will win this game. Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. Steph Curry's really playing out of his mind right now. I think he will be able to push this series forward. This is our 4-5 matchup. Or this is our 3-6 matchup, I do believe. So this should be interesting. Another good series for sure. Memphis and the Clippers. This series tied up at 2 games apiece heading back to Los Angeles. I think if Memphis wins this game, they go on to win this series. I'm going to say it's a must-win for the Clippers. I don't know who wins this game. Hopefully, it's a good series. I think this one could go 7 for sure. Home teams going back and forth. It's going to be a great one. All right, let's see. Yankees action tonight. Kuroda versus Umber at the stadium. Yankees struggled last night with Pettit not pitching great. Probably struggling a little bit with Romine. But the Yankees also had some injury news today. Kevin Youkilis being put onto the 15-day DL with a lumbar spine strain in his back. He's going to be on the 15-day DL. They brought up Corbin Joseph from AAA. He's batting .273, 4 homers, 9 RBIs. Jason Nix, though, likely do most of the third base action. All right, other major league action tonight. Just give you some of the big games that are going on for sure. Let's see here. NHL playoffs start. Not doing a whole lot of that. Nationals and Braves. That game starts at 7:10. Tim Hudson going for the 9th straight win over the Nationals. White Sox and Rangers. Reds and Cardinals. Those are some of your big games tonight for sure. And some just to give you a little breakdown on where the AL East is tonight. Boston's in Toronto. Yankees are at home, of course, like we already mentioned. And Baltimore's on the West Coast taking on the Mariners. Don't forget, you can always reach me here on YouTube. You can reach me on my Facebook page. Thursday, we'll do the Athlete of the Month. Blog will be posted a little earlier. We'll do the Athlete of the Month for April, as this is our last day of April. Check me out, jbsmooth84.com. You can follow me on Twitter at YankeeBaller415. Comment on this page. Subscribe to my page. Ask me a question. I'll answer your question right here live on the blog. I'll even mention your name. Thanks for tuning in to the blog. I will catch you on Thursday. I'm out of here.